Good evening and welcome. Apologies for the late start this evening. I just haven't got myself into gear for some particular reason. I don't know. Seem to be on a go slow at the moment. I don't really know why, but never mind. It's been a very dull, wet and miserable day here in the UK, and that's probably not helping, to be honest. I don't like the wet and the rain. I like the sunshine. I'm very much a summer person. But in the meantime, here we are. Welcome to you. It is Thursday, the 22nd of February 2024. If my mind serves me correctly, 22nd of February is Thinking Day for the Girl Guide movement. I think I've got that right. I was a brownie and a guide and a ranger back in the time, and I'm pretty sure 22nd of Feb was Thinking Day. Anyway, I have some new products to introduce to you alongside the Cake Fancy stamp set that we utilised the other day. So this is our stamp set of the week. I'm trying to keep it out of the reflected light. It's called Cake Fancy, as you can see, and it features 25 stamps. It's £19 and can be found in the January to April catalogue. It features slices of cake which you can either put into a piece of cake or into a cake itself, and you will have seen some fabulous samples that I've already posted on our Facebook page here. These are the ones made from coffee and card, and I've got some more to share as well. And as well as the cake elements, we have fruit, we've got meringues, we've got some icing, we've got some little flowers to decorate the top, hearts, birthday wishes, time for cake, enjoy your special day. So a really nice combination, and because it's photopolymer, it's nice and easy to use. Good evening to you, Teresa. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you are well, and I'm hoping that you have had better weather than we have here. Who knows? So, I don't need to listen to myself, sorry. Don't need to do that. So this is our stamp set of the week, and I'm teaming it up with some new products that are coming out online beginning of March, and these are all, well, these are some of these are coffee themed. I'll get it right in a minute. Hi Carol, thanks for joining us. So as soon as I saw this, I knew that it would be in my basket. So as demonstrators, we get to order items that are coming up typically a month before they're released to the public. And this one here, as you can see, is called Latte Love. Very appropriate for me because I do like my latte. Carol's got it as well. And this features a cup at the side. It features a top view of the cup, and you can put these little elements in here as if it's got a latte design on it. We've got a spoon. We've got a filling for the cup itself here, and then some heat things, coffee beans, a little splat, some rings that the coffee cup has left behind. We've got hello, let's catch up, thanks so much, this one's on me, and you're the best part of my day. So there is the stamp set. It's got a fantastic set of dies that go with it that not only cut out these elements and these elements, but also cut out a cafetiere. And I was just looking for the dies, but then not just to hand. I'm not going to use those today anyway, but I will introduce those shortly. And in addition to that, there are some papers and some embellishments. Let me show you the papers. I've used some of these already, as you can see. So they're all coffee bean themed. So we have this one here, which is like the design on a cup, the top of a latte, run through with a swirl in the background. Not sure how much of that background you can see. You may just be able to pick it out from there. And then we have these ones here with the top view of the cups, and there's a die that will cut these cups out. And the reverse of that is the stains. There's that one. And then we have coffee beans, and then some plaid, and then we have some more cups in different sort of shapes and sizes, and coffee beans dotted in between. And then this one has got tiny little cups and spoons and coffee beans. Might just be able to make it out before it goes out of focus. I've got this one here, which is the splats, and then some nice stripes, and then we've got swirls and coffee beans on Calypso Coral, so a really nice mix. And the colours in there are Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Lemon Lolly, that's in the plaid here, Lost Lagoon is the blue in various shades, and then we've got Pecan Pie, which is some of the backgrounds, and also Petal Pink, which is the inside of these cups here. So I'm probably going to use a piece of this a little bit later. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use, but we will see. So continuing on with our theme of the cake. Oh, and the other stamps that I'm going to use, I think, if I can work it in, is this one. This is also coming out in March. So these are available online. And this has 6 stamps with 6 obviously different sentiments, but I really like this style. We have had something similar to this in the past. So we've got anniversary, congratulations, birthday, thanks, speedy recovery, and save the date. Just lift those up a little bit better so you can see them. And I like the fact that you've got this extension, so you can use as much or as little of that as you want to ink up. So the idea I've got for my cake and for my coffee cup is to have a coffee cup and a piece of cake, or a full cake. So I'm going to use this one on its side. This is also photopolymer, and you can see where I've stamped those two and cut them out. And there is a circle die that cuts this out on its own as well. So let us grab this one here. So that's going to be my cup at the side. So I basically want a cup and a piece of cake. This one will go for the inside of that. So this one here is called Latte Love, as you can see. And let's grab a block, and I was going to put the sentiment at the bottom, but I think what I'm going to do is hopefully fit this and the cake. Hi Nicole, good evening to you. Let's see if this is going to fit. I may do it without the stand, so I've got a little bit more room for my cake. So I think that will work, and then I can put happy birthday across the top. Okay, so let's start with this. I'm just going to pop out those little extras. So this again is from the scallop dies. I'm just going to poke these little pieces out. So this is the larger one, and this will fit on a standard size card. Should have done this before. Sorry about that. So we've got a week until it's the end of February. That's the end of celebration. So if you want to grab any more of these celebration goodies for free, then now is the time to do it, between now and next week. And there are some new items added, and you can check those all out online. If you go to jeminicrafts.co.uk and then look on the right hand side, I've got a shop now button. There we go. Alright, let's move those out of the way before they get attached to an ink pad or anything else. So my thought was to do this whole card with a brown sort of coffee theme, although the mug, I guess, doesn't have to be coffee, does it, in the slightest? So let's stamp this. So this doesn't have an infill. How did I miss that one? So I was trying to avoid it going on the stamp. So I've got assorted browns. So I've got crumb cake, I've got early espresso. This seems to be an angle. There we go. I've also got soft sea foam if I wanted a little bit of pistachio, and I've got pecan pie, which is quite appropriate, isn't it? So let's stamp our cup in espresso to start with. Take that little bit off there. Nicole says, left. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Nicole, I'm sorry. Okay, so there we go. There's that. I'm going to do my infill and colouring in a second. I'm just going to put the layers down. I'm actually going to do my happy birthday next, and then I'll know how tall I can make my cake. So my plan is to put that sort of all the way across the top of there, and it needs a nice long block for that purpose. And I'm going to ink this up. So this is early espresso, and I'm inking it, taking the ink pad to the stamp, because it's a very thin stamp, as you can see, so I don't want to press it too far down and get ink too far everywhere. Oh, I see, the cup, coffee and cake, yes, although my cup's facing that way, isn't it? Okay, so let's put happy birthday here, maybe a little bit further down, like so. There we go, my happy birthday. And then I'm going to use, I think, crumb cake. This is quite a new ink pad, so I am going to just use edge of a block to move that ink over a little bit, like so, like that, just so it's not too, there's not too much ink when I'm stamping. And let's pop our cake on. So I'm thinking I'm just going to layer the cake up from the bottom. I'm not going to put it on a cake stand because I don't want to. I want plenty of layers. Okay, the weather here it's definitely gone cooler. I've got the back door open for the dog and I'm freezing. Okay, so the stamp itself has got some shading, as you'll see from here. Doesn't really matter which way round you place it for the shading. They've got the sort of lighter bit on the top, but I really don't think it matters particularly. Right, let me see if I am actually in view, which is good. So let's pop a layer here. Oh, you've got stormy weather. Oh dear. Very good, Nicole. Okay, so there's my one layer. And then I think I'm going to take this little one here that's like the icing and do a layer through there. Let me just grab a small block for that purpose. Like that. And I think what I'm going to do is start roughly in the middle, and I might use Pecan Pie. Just going to stamp this on a spare piece of card. Yeah, that's fine. Take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. Hi, Caroline. There we go. So I'm going to add this. And actually what I'm going to do is I've got space for sort of one. So I'm just going to ink up one, like that. Oop. And then do the same on this side. Just clean that off. Just inking the end swirl, icing, whatever it might be. There we go. Actually, I think I missed a little bit on that one, so okay. Now I'm going to do another layer of cake. Caroline did a great job. I think it was one of yours that I showed, Caroline. Yes, it definitely was. The pinky purpley one was fabulous. And I meant to ask how old your granddaughters are, because they did an amazing job. Okay, so now I'm going to use soft sea foam to do another layer, a different layer of icing. Go. Okay, and then I'm going to have another layer of cake, and then I'm going to put meringues on the top. So this is going to use the same crumb cake again. Like so. There we are. And yes, let's pop some little meringues on the top. I could put one or three. That is the question. Let's put that on with Pecan Pie, even though they're not pecans. 10 and 8. Well, they did an amazing job. because you couldn't tell theirs from the adults cards, I didn't think. So 1, 2, 3. So there's my cake on the left hand side, and then let's do our coffee cup on the right. Let's do pecan pie for our little sort of infill, like so, like that. And I think I'm going to keep to the same colours, in that I'm going to stick with the browns. Tell you what I do want to do is use that little heat thing. What do you call that? I'll think of the name in a minute. Oh no, it's on the coffee cup, that's what I'm after. This here. Because I've got a nice space there that I'm hoping it will fit. So it's a little bit close to that. So what I might do is just mask. Now I think I'm going to do stamp one and then stamp the other two slightly lower. So maybe I do need to mask it. Let's have a look. So this is crumb cake. This one. Oh, that's worked. And this time I'm just going to ink up a part of it. Like that. And that. Like so. Hopefully you can see that. Sorry, that's reflecting. Right, move that stamp away. So let's just do a little bit of colouring in. I need to put my glasses on to find the correct blends. So I'm looking for crumb cake. Have a look in my spares. Dark crumb cake. And I know I've got a new light one, so I'll open that. It would be quite easy to stamp that cup onto some patterned paper. Oh, hi Cindy. Oh, overcast but still lovely. Will be a lot better than the rain we've had day in, day out here. That is for sure. Okay, let's us. So this is dark crumb cake. This is just a blends pen I'm going to use. So I'm just doing a little bit of shading where they've indicated. Like so. And there. And here. Like that. And let's go over with the light and see where we are after that. It is like crumb cake, isn't it? Yes. checking. There we go. Obviously you could do that in a nice bright colour, but I wanted to keep it sort of fairly, not quite monochrome. There we go. And then that little bit of the handle can be left white or can be coloured in. I think I'm going to leave it white. There we go. Okay. Sun is coming out. Oh, that's not fair. Cindy's sitting outside a cafe enjoying her coffee. A piece of cake to go with it, I wonder. Right, I am just going to ground that cut a little bit, just with a line there, and just doing a little bit of shading under the cake. I don't want to connect it, otherwise it looks like I've got another layer really, but there we go. Could put it on the cake stand, but I quite liked it as is. Okay, so now I can choose some of this fab paper. Not that you're going to see very much of it, sadly. Although I could do it on a larger card, I suppose. So we've got that one there. Or we could go dark behind. This would make a nice card for a man, wouldn't it, with those swirls and everything. Let's see, I've got coffee beans or splashes of coffee. Can't really see it, can you? That is the thing. Let's just see what else. So there's the coffee beans. I think it's too light with the backing. No cake. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely too light, although you could colour it in. I think I agree with you, Nicole. I want either that one or that one. Would be my choice. Let's have a look. Oops. That one. Or the dark. My feeling actually is the darker one. Only because we're not going to see very much. Let me grab the lighter one. Oh, two that go for the lights. Okay. Let me have a look. See what it looks like on the white card. Let's see if I've got one opening landscape, which I prefer for that. So this is our still our coffee and card design stamp set for this week. So that is with the dark, and that is with the light. Nicole says, I know what you mean about the darker one. Yeah, it's only because I think if you saw more of this, if this was on a bigger card, then I think that background is perfect. You had a 5x7 card, for example. But because I'm putting it on a standard size card, there's not really much to see. But you do get the effect, I think, of those swirls on there. Just a little, not much. So I think it's going to be the darker one. Sorry, folks. Let's just pick up this. What's on the other side? Oh, it's Calypso Coral on the other side. Nice. So I'm just going to trim off a piece here that's 10. What if I make it? No, I'll do it 10 centimetres. By 14.35, so that just gives me a small margin between that and the card base. And the other thing that matches the Latte Love set are some cute embellishments, which are, they're called adhesive backed swirl dots, and obviously match the papers as well. So they're Pecan Pie, Vanilla and Calypso Coral. But on top of each one are little swirls. So it's almost like this design scaled right down. Now I appreciate you're not going to be able to see that, the swirls, because they are really tiny, but they do look rather fun, so I'm going to introduce those onto my card as well. So let's layer this up. Just put some adhesive on the back of here. Like so. That's probably enough actually. So I've got my card opening this way. So this is 10 centimetres by 14.35. So there isn't a great deal of space because I'm using this particular design. Now what I could do is trim that right down and just have a plain piece of card so that we see more of the backing. What do you think? Or shall we leave it with the pretty scallop? I mean, it's rather nice. And the reason why is because these large dies are designed to fit standard cards in America. And the cards in America, if you look at them this way, are wider and shorter, which is why when you put the die on here, there's not much width here and there's more that way. So should I cut it down or shall I just leave it as is? Any suggestions? I think maybe I'll leave it as is. It just seems a shame not to see the backing, doesn't it? Right, while it's doing that, let me grab some of these cute little swirls. So I'm going to put one here. One here. Cindy says, that is funny, we're all short and fat. Oh, Cindy, you've made me laugh. That is really funny. Cut it down, says Caroline. Shall we cut it down? I can't put it back again. Cindy says leave it. Can't choose. I think I've cut it down. There's not enough sort of around it, is there? Okay, I'll leave it for now. Let's put another one on. So I've got 3. Let's use another one of these Pecan Pie ones. There we go. And what I will do, maybe, doesn't make any difference really, it's not enough of it that you would see it if I put it on dimensionals. There we go. But you and I know there's some pretty paper behind. I could put a strip of that on the inside actually, that would give more of an indicator, wouldn't it? So let's just position this like so, and I'm just going to trim, because I know I'll have a bit of this left over if I cut them all to 10 centimetres. Yes, going to take it that way. So I'm just going to take a 1 centimetre strip. There we go. By 14.35. And then I can put that across the bottom, and then you'll know that that's matching the papers behind. Let's just put a little bit of glue on, like so. Go. A tiny bit of glue, that's it. And then let's do I think time for cake. Enjoy your special day, time for cake. I could do both, couldn't I? So there's a special day. There's the word enjoy. Take those off for a minute. And I might put the rings then. Oh, bless you. Cindy, that's so sweet. Right. So let's do enjoy your special day. Like so. And then I'm going to have time for cake. To find where the little cake, there it is. Time for cake. And I could put a slice on the inside, couldn't I? Time for cake. And I always prefer to stamp these items separately, even though you could line them up. I prefer to stamp them separately. It's just me. So cake goes up a little bit, so I'm just making sure that I've got space for that. Yeah, that's fine. Time for cake. Actually, for me, it's time for dinner. Okay. Let's watch that little bit on the edge. And it's not straight, but I can just compensate for it. It needs an exclamation mark really, doesn't it? Or some dots or something. Right, enjoy your special day. Time for cake. And maybe I will put that little, there's a little heart there. That's cute. So I could put one there and there just to balance it out. Let's move that out of the way. Try not to lose any. And I'm going to do that in crumb cake. Read what Cindy said. Thanks again for sharing. Nice to see everyone. Oh, it is indeed. Okay, so I'm going to put one here, and I like the way that this is shaded as well. And let's put in two here, like that. Enjoy your special day. Time for cake. And in fact, when Scott did his, he put some little hearts on the cake itself, so I'm going to try that. Not espresso, I'm going to use the pecan pie. So I'm going to put one in the middle. Cute. Two. And three. There we go. Okay, so there is our finished card. A rather nice looking coffee cake and a coffee cup. And then we have got enjoy your special day, time for cake on the inside. And then on our envelope we could stamp either the cake again or just a single layer of cake. Let me see if I've got an envelope to hand. Everything but. No, I've got one. No, I haven't. It's just card. Yes, I have. Sorry, everybody. So I think what I'll do is just a slice of cake. And that's it. So, sorry it's gone on. Mind you, I did start a bit late, didn't I? So, I don't feel quite as bad. I've gone on quite late. Right. Crumb cake, very appropriately named. Thank you, Caroline. Oh, hi, Anne. Thanks for joining us. Obviously, you know Cindy, I'm guessing. Okay, so I'm just making sure that the envelope is obviously the right way and all of that. And let's just do a small layer of cake. So that was the card that we've done. Let's do our pistachio colouring. Just make sure that's clean. There we go. Not very straight, but probably about as straight as my icing would be. Let's make this a little bit taller. There we go. one more layer and then we'll put just one meringue on. Oh, Anne's in New Zealand. Hi, Anne. And let's grab that. So this would suit anybody who likes cakes or coffee, or just to celebrate their birthday. Am I going to put 3 on there? Yes. There we are. And there is a tiny little stamp with some dots on that I'm just going to use. It is the tiniest of stamps, as you can see. Just going to add that dotted around. And then we're done. Definitely making me feel hungry for this evening's meal. Let's put a few on here just to watch that edge. There we go. So our fun coffee and cake birthday card, or cake and coffee in this case. So I've just gone for that neutral colour theme with the brown. So crumb cake, pecan pie and early espresso. And got that on the inside. Enjoy your special day, time for cake. And then this one on the envelope. Lovely. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed our crafting session this evening. As I said, it's the last week of celebration, so that finishes next Thursday. And in fact, what I remember, I won't be here next Thursday because I'm off to the theatre. So I'll probably pop online on Wednesday with next week's stamp set of the week and or celebration items. So if you're around and can join me, I would love you to do that. I'll be back also on Monday morning UK time for our newest stamp set of the week for next week. In the meantime, thank you so much for participating and commenting and being with me. I really appreciate it. If you're watching on replay, then if you have any queries or questions, don't hesitate to pop those in the comment section, whether that is on Facebook or on YouTube. I always appreciate comments, and if you've got a question, I'll obviously answer that for you. So thank you so much. I'm off to get some dinner. I look forward to crafting with you again real soon. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Oh, I'll just look at the comment here. Oh, the meringues look like umbrellas. They do. That's very good. I like it. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.